Earlier in the section about prototypical inheritance, I talked about method overriding. So method overriding is when we have a method in a base class or a base object, but we want to change its implementation in a derived class or a derived object. So maybe the algorithm for moving a shape is common amongst most of the shapes, but perhaps our circles need a different algorithm to be moved. So here we can override this move method by re-implementing it in the circle class. So we add the move method here. Let's do a console.log circle move to differentiate from the base implementation. Now, here we have a circle object. If we call c.move, you can see the implementation in the child object is used. And the reason for that goes back to our prototypical inheritance. So if you look at the C object here, in its prototype, we have the move method. This is the move method that we implemented here. So when we access c.move, JavaScript engine first looks for this method on the circle object itself. That is the object we have here. Now in this object, we don't have the move method. So then the JavaScript engine looks at the prototype for this object. So it looks here and it finds the move method here. Now note that this object has its own prototype. And in this prototype, we have another move method. That is the move method we implemented in the shape class. Now, when accessing a property or a method, because the JavaScript engine walks up this tree from the child all the way to the parent, this move method will be accessible first. That's why this implementation is used. Now, let's imagine you have a scenario where you want to reuse some of the code that you have implemented in the parent move method. In that case, you can call that by using the super keyword. So we can access the base object using super dot, and here's a move method. Now save the changes. So when we call c.move, so we get two messages, move that is coming from our shape class and circle move, which is coming from the circle class. So this is all about method overriding.